Welcome to this last edition of Haskell News. I'm Trevor Mohawk.
And I'm Mari Spalla.
The World Health Organization raised the global alert for swine flu to level 5, meaning a pandemic is imminent. Eric Appa has more on this story.
The swine flu illness is gathering nationwide attention, and in Kansas, 2 people have tested positive for the illness. On campus, we asked students what they thought about the illness.
It's pretty serious because, it's just our neighbors in Mexico, and we just had a bunch of students travel down to Albuquerque for the powwow, so they already have 2 cases in Kansas, or actually 3, so I think it's pretty serious, and there's no medication or, anything to stop the swine flu. And I think, like with, elderly people and babies, I think their immune systems are weaker, and, I think it'll affect them first.
The Haskell dorm staff have been trying to get information out to people as well.
Well, we've followed the state and national news, and on our campus we're trying to get in prevention mode as much as possible. We've supplied the residential halls with different things, including masks and sanitizer, disinfectants, but we also did a survey yesterday, matter of fact, on students that may have traveled to states that could be considered areas where swine flu, especially down south in Texas, Albuquerque even, and so we took a poll of all of our residential halls, and we did find a couple of students that had been ill, but they were referred to Indian Health Center.
As of recently, 1 more case of the swine flu has been detected in Kansas City. You should take precautions, wash your hands, and stay in if you're sick. Eric Appa, Haskell News.
Students that have an interest in Hollywood or the television and the movie industry can explore opportunities with Disney ABC Studios through competitive fellowships and internships. Here's more of the story.
On April 27th, Disney ABC television representative Tim McNeil talked to a group of students about possible writing and directing fellowships and TV and film workshops being held at the Institute of American Indian Art. He also voiced the importance of Native involvement in the film industry.
It's always been known as a community that's had rich storytelling, and I think to be able to tap into that storytelling community, and to be able to develop that into a format that works for film and television, I think is empowering, and I think it only helps to educate the country on the Native American community and the richness of its history.
Some students see career opportunities with the Disney ABC television group.
And I've done a lot of writing, acting, singing, and so I just wanted to come and find out what opportunities there were available at the next level.
If you're interested in a fellowship and need more information, go to www.disneyabctalentdevelopment.com. This is Mari Spalla, Haskell News.
Recently, Haskell held its Spring Scholarship Award ceremony, where 138 students were given scholarships based on academic and social standings. Joshua Wusapiti has more on the story.
Recently at the Haskell Auditorium, scholarships and awards were given out to students who met criteria based on academic and social standings. The scholarships range from the President's Honor Roll, the Dean's Honor Roll. Walmart handed out 10 $1,000 scholarships, and the Lawrence American Legion handed out their scholarship along with the Pendleton blanket. The American Legion said they started giving out their scholarship along with the Pendleton blanket in 1938 to recognize American Indians who had served their country. Post Commander Jerome Hansen.
Well, it was a way that years ago was determined that we wanted to make sure that the American Legion was recognizing people who, of the American Indian nations, who so proudly served their country and have for many years, and this was a way of recognizing a student here that had done that.
A recipient of the American Legion Dorsey Liberty Post No. 14 scholarship, Christopher Black, says that it was an unexpected but pleasant surprise.
It just brought back a bunch of feelings of how hard I used to work in my job in the military, and it just, some of the words that I used were just accurate in describing kind of my work ethic when I was in the military. Just hard work and just always giving 110%.
We would like to send a congratulations to all the students who received a scholarship or award for your academic achievements. Joshua Wispity, Haskell News.
The 5th Annual Stories in Motion Film Club Festival took place April 17th and 18th. Brandon Bandy has a story.
Stories in Motion Film Club held its annual film festival with many American Indian films being shown. Film Club President Chris Marshall explains its importance.
The film festival, every year, we hope to, by having it here at Haskell, we hope to shed light on Native American films that you won't be able to see anywhere else other than on the film festival circuit. And by having it here at Haskell at an all-Native institution, it adds a little something to the festivities.
The invited guest this year was Chris Eyre, director of Smoke Signals, Skins, and parts of the new series We Shall Remain on PBS. Chris Eyre talks about his visit to Haskell.
I like the sense of community here. I mean, it's a real sense of like community, Everybody knows everybody, and there's events going on, the powwow and the film festival. And
a total of 11 films were shown this year. Most of the films were donated to the library and are available for checkout. This is Brandon Bandy, Haskell News.
The Haskell Royalty Week is currently underway, having 3 contestants run for Miss Haskell and 2 running for Haskell Brave. Joshua Woosapity has more.
There are currently 5 candidates running for both Haskell Royalty, and on Monday, April 27th, the candidates presented their modern and traditional talents. The Miss Haskell candidates are Nicole Macias Dene, presented an informative speech on being a model and singing Bop Your Head. Bobby Wells, Northern Arapaho, presented a guitar solo and a speech on her tribal history. Cassie Thomas, Tohono O'odham, and Dene presented a basket dance and cleansing song with a dance. There are 2 candidates running for Haskell Brave. Leo Vicente III, Dene, presented a grass dance and singing a traditional squaw dance song. Melvin Callsham Jr., Ponca, presented a round dance song and 4 peyote songs. With the recent replacement of a Haskell Royalty member, Janice Mendez shares some advice for the upcoming candidates who are seeking Miss Haskell and Haskell Brave titles.
My advice for the upcoming royalty is to, maintain a higher standard, of their social standing and their academics, which means, you're an ambassador to this institution. Uphold that, dress appropriate, nice, be pleasant, courteous to everybody. Keep up with your grades, represent the school well. Be cautious in the decisions you make, after school, where you're going to go, what you're going to do. That's really serious. People see you in the wrong place at the wrong time, and then everything gets blown out of proportion. And, my advice to the candidates is, don't go there, don't do that.
This pageant is based on a point system. The essay is 10%, modern talent 20%, traditional talent 20%, public speaking 20%, private interview 20%, voting 10%, and impromptu question will serve as a tiebreaker. For more information, please contact the current Miss Haskell or Haskell Brave, Orlando Begay. Good luck to all the Miss Haskell, Haskell Brave contestants. Joshua Wispity, Haskell News.